All right, just introduce it now.
Our trip to the zoo on March 25th, 1985. We went up to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo.
All right, Heidi, now you say something.
We are going up to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo to see all the animals and see what it's like up here. It's nice and it's sunny. And we've been here before and it's really nice. We like the animals here, so that's why we're going again. Before our family house ticket runs out.
Okay.
Look, we can hold on each other's tails.
Yeah, it's neat. Are you recording this?
Yeah, I'm shooting.
It stinks.
Of course.
Let's say something. These are the elephants.
These are elephants. How can you tell?
They're gray with wrinkles. They're big enough. Anything big and ugly. Wow, he's making them do.
Did you get a shot of the down there? I mean, the city down there.
Not yet.
What's all that stuff there for? Oh, can they eat up there? Some of the taller.
Bar.
We daddy?
I don't know if it's safe. Heidi might do something strange, like go down there with her.
What is that? Nothing. Oh, look at that guy. His tongue is hanging out. Cool. Look at that. Good runner. Did you get that, Daddy? Stringy. Faster, Daddy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that tongue hanging out.
Where is it? Nothing to eat. Look at it. Got a real good close-up, Daddy? Nothing. Nothing to eat today, huh? They're meat chicken.
Say something, Sarah. Don't just sit there.
Hello.
Yeah,
These are the dragons. Heidi, you are being filmed. This is not being filmed. Oh, no.
Maybe we can come back by here.
Hi, Grassy. Bye, baby grass. Hi. Drinking. Hi, guys.
It's all right. Have him go ahead.
Hey, Daddy. There's nothing in that cage.
Well, it's gone. It's inside.
Let's go see the rhinos.
Lazy today, aren't they?
Yeah, really lazy. Dad, get a shot of the cubs. They're cute.
Where's the cups?
Right
Over
here,
there. They're just lazy. Lazy too. They're lazy. They're all lazy.
Okay, let's go in.
Come on, Daddy. Get a good leopard tan.
What'd you see, Heidi?
Over here, come look here. Quickly, Daddy. Oh, flew away. There's a little bird in the bush. Oh, pretty. Here's one. There it is, Daddy. Daddy, come here. Come over here. There's a nest way up there, Daddy. Isn't he?
I was going to say that if you go over there to the fence, you
Dot in the center of the screen is actually the tower.
There's
at
the
the
Broadmoor.
airport.
You think so?
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
There's the Broadmoor, Daddy. Right there. Now can you give it to me, Mommy?
So that's the Broadmoor. That's where Reagan stayed when he came out here.
Oh, let me get to be in the jungle with him. Fearsome. Oh, Dad, get a shot of that black leopard. Video camera? Should I? Oh, why do we have that? Uh-oh! Look at how deep it is! Rary, stop it! Hey, people! Look at how I'm gonna make it easy. Oh, I know. Get up. Your dad has to show you. Oh, that's almost there. Come on, it's great fun.
Uh-oh, no.
But you don't have to carry that great big box. You just take the
Yeah.
thing, and then it develops it in the whole shot. Is Jean gonna wear the red hat? Yeah. I thought that was kind of.
Bye. Hey, I have an idea.
Go in the deep. Amber, eat your cracker first.
Gary, stop it. No,
Yeah. Push. Push. Push.
Cold.
I know, Mom.
Validate everybody with the video.
I can't find my buttons.
Mom!
Push hard. How deep's the snow, Mark? Hey! I must have found the high spot because.
Hi!
Here goes, bud. What? Boss is going up with his tube. Did this wrong?
That's nice, too. We both get it.
You snowball?
Yeah.
Throw it. What? I can throw it. Yeah, no? Ooh, that wind is cold.
Whoa!
Hey, I'm getting out of the way.
Doing well.
Sammy, where are the car keys?
Oh, I'm tired. I've had my exercise. That sucker gets steep.
Oh, that's
You
fun.
go all the way up there?
Huh?
You go all the way up top there?
No, Mark and Wes did though. I started the first round about.
Daddy takes you and I'll take you.
Oh, I gotta walk around the corner. There's a man up there that see about a dog.
No, we're
Ah! Ow!
Gee whiz.
Are you okay?
Yeah!
Going the way you were, you'll end up over there in those trees.
Yeah, we'll have this guy packed down real good.
there.
We don't want you under 6 feet of snow.
That ditch stopped me.
Yeah, it probably.
That was fun. It's tiring.
Go up with Brother Anderson and he'll bring you down. Or go get the boys. Serena, go right straight up there and he'll pack it down tighter. Thomas, where are you going?
To Dad.
Okay, Daddy'll be right back.
I need to find me a new track because. You put leg on the ground.
Well, you're not supposed to drag your feet.
I know.
Go up there, slide down.
Get a headache. I know, man.
Get a headache.
You do. All of a sudden you're going sharp.
Okay, here we go, bud. This is our side.
You do a flip.
Mine and your side. Come on.
tired.
Let's go up. Here we go.
The only thing I don't like is the walk.
Walk up, bud. Okay. Let it go. Let her go. All right. Let her go.
left yet. Huh? She hasn't left yet.
Where's Sara?
She went over there with Monica. She doesn't want to be. You know what my brother said? He goes, there's Sara, and then he goes, say hi to Sara and Monica. You were there? Yes. My baby here again. Coming. Yeah. I didn't know.
Hi, you're on Kelly camera. Somebody take Melanie off my ad. Somebody be Melanie's partner.
No, I'll sit with Trisha.
Bye, Mel. See ya. Is Trisha from Panorama, Melanie?
She's from Sierra.
Where's my clipboard? I better fill out Mel's permission slip.
Oh, no. I don't want to go. Just you guys. Only kidding, only kidding. She's got that one. Only if I catch Jerry.
She's washing her sandwich. Hello.
Hi. Be at ease, Sara.
it.
Bye.
County Fair. Today we're going to be looking at some things that are happening and that are going to happen at the fair, and some things that you might like to see and do. Right now we're at the rabbit barn and we're going to talk to some people about rabbits. This is Mr. Hawley, and he's a 4-H rabbit leader, and he's also a fair official. Mr. Hawley, can you tell us about rabbit clubs?
Well, here in Monroe County, we have a rabbit club called the Harry Hopper's 4-H Rabbit Club. At present, we have about 30-35 members, both boys and girls. Raise all types of rabbits, and we show them here at the fair. That's our purpose.
Do you have to have a specific kind of rabbit to be in the club?
No, there's 41 different breeds of rabbits, and the kids choose any kind of rabbit they happen to fancy, like. And I have 3 of the kids here with me today, and they have some different rabbits. They're right here on the table if you'd like to talk to them.
Thanks.
Oh, you want to come over here?
What kind of rabbit is that?
This is Broken Rick, and it's a senior doe. I've had her for about 2 years now.
One thing unique about this rabbit is its fur. If you feel it, it's a very, very soft fur, almost like velvet. Where most rabbits have hair, this has a fur. It's very, very soft. Next to him, we've got a Holland, what we call a Holland Lop. You'll notice his ears go down a different way.
Is there any specific color for Holland Lops?
Not really. They can be broken like the Rex, or this is a tort-colored one, and his name's Dragon. He's pretty spoiled. They have gray ones and tort ones, and pretty well so anyway.
Does the size have anything to do with?
Yeah, they shouldn't be over 3 pounds or 4 pounds. 3 pounds is ideal.
Let me explain one thing. He said broken. He doesn't mean the rabbit's broken. It's a broken color, and that's a solid. So any of you kids think it's a broken rabbit, he's not broken.
Thank you.
This is a satin rabbit, and its collar is kind of shiny, which is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be kind of like a dog collar, which is not, and that's kind of like, it's a disqualification. And there's all kinds of breeds of satins. There's all kinds of collars. There's coppers and reds and Californians. And if you want to ever buy a rabbit, the best place to buy a rabbit is at the fair. And they have, like Mr. Holly said, there's 42 different breeds. The tail should be straight and not screwy, which means that's disqualification. and it should have a tattoo in its left ear and the registration number in the right.
A tattoo?
Uh-huh. It describes the rabbit in case like it gets lost or somebody tries to take it, or just to mark it, to know which rabbit they're taking.
What's the names of your rabbits? And by the way, what's your name?
Well, this is Hope, and I think she weighs 8 3/4 pounds. So she's pretty big, and she's not supposed to weigh this much, really.
What's your name?
Joey Stewart.
Okay, what's your name? I'm Jim Britton, and this is my rabbit, Dragon. Okay. Like I said, he's a spoiled brat. Okay, and what's your name?
I'm David Britton.
And what's the name of your rabbit?
This is Nickel, and I don't know why I named her that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much for talking with us.
And stay with us, because we'll be right back with more fair information.
The Monroe County Fair contest for Queen is going to be tonight, and I'm going to be talking with one of the contestants. And your name is?
Kim Francis.
Well, how did you get involved in this Queen contest?
First you had to enter and put your name in and fill out an entry form and pay $25. And then there was a meeting, a tea get-together with all of the contestants.
What are the requirements for this contest?
You have to be 16 to 21, unmarried. I really don't know. You can't be a professional model, paid model.
What are the categories that you're going to be judged in?
First of all, we have an interview, and then we have sportswear, and then swimwear and formal wear.
And are the people watching the pageant going to see the interview?
No, this comes before the pageant. This is a kind of a private interview with the 3 judges.
Do you know what's going to happen or what they're going to ask you to do?
I'm not too sure about their questions. They're going to ask me 2 minutes of questions, and 3 minutes of the 5 I have to tell them a little bit about myself. But I don't know what they're going to ask me.
How do you feel about appearing in front of all those people tonight?
Well, it's kind of scary, but I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be it's going to be more experience for me.
I'll be talking to Cassie Stevens, 1985's Queen winner. Okay, what were your duties as Miss Monroe County?
Well, our duties are not all glamorous, as you probably know. You get to ride in the back of a convertible at the 4th of July parade, which is a lot of fun. And then at the fair, you may do things like passing ribbons out to pigs, or standing in mud up to your knees in a demolition derby, or they expect you to do all kinds of things, and it's all a lot of fun.
What's the job you don't what's the job you least don't like?
I guess I least like having to give up the crown. It's been too much fun, and I don't think I'd like to give it up, but I know another girl's going to appreciate doing the same thing I have.
What's the job you like most?
Probably the contest. It's a lot of it's fun, it's really exciting, and the people are just, they really root for you, and you know who your friends are, and they really support you well.
How did you feel when you won the crown last year?
Surprised. I was very surprised. It was really exciting, and like I said, no one knows ahead of time who's going to win, and everyone's all pulling for each other and for themselves, and it was really exciting.
What prizes did you win?
I received $175 for the winning, and I received also a trophy that was as tall as I am, and I also won swimsuit, and that included a trophy also.
Thank you. Okay, and this is Sherry Bland, coordinator and 1959 beauty queen. Okay, what all goes into
coordinating the pageant?
Oh, lots and lots of work. Beginning about the 1st of June, we put applications in the paper and at different places in Bloomington, and the girls have the opportunity to pick up an application and fill it out and mail it in to me or to one of the committee members along with a $25 entry fee. Sometimes the girls have a sponsor who will pay the $25 entry fee for them. Much of the time it is a business organization, and the $25 is a way of getting some pretty cheap advertising.
How do you get a sponsor?
Well, much of the time the girls will have a part-time job somewhere here in Bloomington, and they will ask their boss if he or she might be willing to pay the $25 and get advertisement out of it, and much of the time that is the case.
As coordinator, do you arrange what they're supposed to do on stage?
Well, we arrange how they are judged. We follow the state fair beauty pageant rules and regulations, and we do that on the local level, and we do it right here at the fairgrounds, and we do follow the state fair rules.
What happens when they go to Indiana, Miss Indiana?
When they go to Indianapolis to the State Fair Queen Contest, they do much the same thing up there that they do here, only over a 3-day period of time rather than over a few hour period of time. They have their bathing suit competition up there, their evening gown, and their speech and interview. Much the same way we do it here, only over a much more extended period of time.
How many people are allowed to be in the competition?
Here or up there?
Here.
Well, we'll take as many as we can get. Actually, every year we usually manage anywhere from 15 to 25. Most of the time it's halfway in the middle. And this year we have 17 contestants. And then when we go to the State Fair Queen Contest, we'll have as many as 95 contestants up there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking.
The Queen pageant will be tonight in the amphitheater at 7 o'clock, and will begin with a sportswear competition. Thank you. We're standing outside the horse barn, and we're going to talk to Nina Pardini and hear about her horse, Nighthawk. Okay. Nina, what breed's your horse?
He's 3/4 Morgan and 1/4 Arab.
Let's see. Is there any specific color for his breed?
Not really. They come in a lot of colors, usually darker colors, I guess.
What kind of equipment do you need for your horse?
Well, he is just a yearling, so right now we just use a halter and stuff for showing him. I mean, you have to have brushes and stuff for taking care of him.
What kind of clothes do you need to ride horses?
You can wear anything you want, but for showing you have to have breeches and a shirt and a jacket and black boots and helmet.
See, any particular size of stable that you need for your horse?
Oh, that. What's right there?
What exactly are you going to be doing with Nighthawk when you show him?
We have to walk him into the arena up to the judge and then set him up square and then trot away from him and turn him around. And they're looking for how you handle the horse and showmanship.
What are the scores what's the scoring that you can get?
They go through 8 places, or sometimes 10, depending on how big the class is, and first place is the best.
Do you own Nighthawk?
No, I'm just showing him for a friend of ours.
Okay, thank you. Tonight will be English riding. And so if you like horses, the fair is the place to be. The best thing at the fair, as everyone knows, is the food. We're behind the scenes here at the Dragon Ears booth. The Dragon Ears booth is a long-running operation and tradition at the Monroe County Fair. And here to show you what you've always wanted to know, how to make dragon ears, is my daddy, Kent Russell.
Thank you. Well, the Dragon Ears booth is owned and operated by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we use funds to operate the church and pay utilities and whatnot. And so the first thing we'll show is how we process the dough. First we take the raw dough and it's worked into a patty shape, and we run it through this machine which flattens it out. Turn it. It's a two-stage process. Now we run it through one more time and it comes out on this conveyor belt right here. From here the dough is stretched into a shape that we think somewhat like what dragon ear should be. And then we take it to the deep fat fryer. Well, I need to be around here on the other side then. Okay, now we take it, it's all flattened out, and lay it in the deep fat. This is fried at about 350 degrees, and we keep poking it like this to keep the bubbles down. The bubbles will trap grease, and so we have to constantly be aware of that. It's fried on one side, and it'll start, as you can see, it starts to get crisp, and when it gets brown on one side, then we flip it over. Not all dragon ears are the same size. Some are oblong, some are thin, some are crispy, but they're all made out of the same amount of dough, so you're going to get the same amount of dragon ear. Doesn't matter how big it is, it's all the same size. Now once it's done that far, then we flip it over and finish its cooking right there. Now we also sell scones. Scones and dragon ears are pretty much the same, except a scone isn't all stretched out like a dragon ear. We just put it in basically how it comes out of the machine over there. So it's a confection that's a lot thicker, and it's a little chewy, whereas the dragon ears are crisp. Now that it's done, we hold it up and drain it and make sure that there's all the oil is drained off of it. We put it on this rack here, let it set for a few moments. Well, after the dragon ear is set and drained for a short period of time, then we move it over here to where we sprinkle cinnamon sugar on both sides of it, and then it is ready for sale. They sell for $1 a piece, and they're very, very good. We like them.
Okay. Thank you for telling us about how to make dragon ears. I think we need a little taste. Okay. The proof is in the pudding. Come to the fair tonight. See you there. Kids Look at the Fair. This has been a Kids Alive and Channel 3 production. Watch for more fair information and special features on tomorrow's Kids Look at the Fair. Airtime 4:30 and 6 p.m. Tuesday, July 29th.